What's up? How we doing, everyone? Marianne, how are you doing? So, I started this one already. As you can clearly see, there's a lot of cleaning already done. It's 50% done. Um, but I've done probably two and a half since my last stream, and one was a farmhouse that was actually really difficult to do. The other was a uh, park that was like a climbing park that was kind of cool. Um, Relatively easy to do. And this one has been pretty fun to do too. All the nice colors make it pretty kind of easy to see where the dirt is, which is nice. Um, but yeah, I figured let's go ahead and stream this because why not? So hope everyone had a good Halloween. Hope everyone had a good end of their October. I did. So in the first game, I didn't use soap a lot, but I've started using it a lot more now because it actually is a lot easier to use in this one. And it one of the things that it does is because it clings to the dirt and doesn't cling to what's already been cleaned. It's an easy way of kind of tracking where your dirt is. And then we just go with the wide nozzle and spray all the soap off. Wait, what's that? Oh. Hey, what's up, Alan? We got some music from in here. That's kind of nice. So, Alan, how disappointed are you that the Dodgers won? see. Let me get. Yeah, literally just about anybody else. Alan, I'll be honest, man. Well, I guess they've got more recently in like the last 20 years because they've got those like two or three that they had all within like 6 years. So maybe I agree with you on St. Louis, but much longer, and I might even want St. Louis to win it. That's how annoying I find uh, the Dodgers' use of just stupid amounts of money. You can tell this game was made by someone that's or designed this level at least was designed by people who are sub or are older than 30 because that's cassette tape right there. There's no way some 20-year-old would be like, "Oh, hey, let's put cassette tape in the thing." Or the Houston Cheaters, yeah. It's kind of funny because I think the only real reason I think most people are still angry with Houston is A, because they did win, and what's his name was like, what does it really matter? The idiot in charge, the commissioner. I said this a while back that if they had been actually punished, there's a lot of people that would be on their side. If they had actually received a punishment, there's a lot of people that would be like, "This is not fair." You know, they it's not really cheating. There's no rule or it's stuff like that. Um, but because they didn't actually get punished, everyone wants them to lose forever. What's up, Sean? How you doing? It always surprises me how many people actually tune in for like this sort of stream. Like I'll have more people watching this than will watch me play Battlefield, and it always just surprises me because I feel like I'd rather watch Battlefield. But then I do this, and I'm like, you know what? It is really freaking fun to watch. Long day of driving. Where are you driving to, man? And make sure you give us actual coordinates so we can look you up and find you. Carolina Coast. Hey. The good part of the Carolina Coast or the shitty part of the Carolina Coast? Entire coast? Oh. You going up 95 or were you much closer to the coast? We all done with the DJ booth now? There's a little bit of dirt left on the speaker. Not much 95 in there if you. Okay. Oh, there it is. I think it's going to be dirt up top. Yep, right there in the crack. So I spent a lot of today and yesterday watching like old scenes and episodes and clips from classic Top Gear. Man, television used to be fun. And honestly, dude, that's good. 95 is a bitch to drive on. I've never been a big fan. As annoying as 26 can be, it is the vastly superior interstate here in the Carolinas. Yeah. The only good part of 95 is about 10 miles. Honestly, the part that goes by Sumter isn't too bad. It's a decent part, but I feel like that's probably because that's the only bit of South Carolina traffic that's on it. Everything else is the damn Yankees that come down. So I like to joke that we don't like to keep 95 um, repaired because then it encourages Yankees to keep coming. I wonder if the game's gonna copyright me for this music. Oh, you don't? Maybe it's not coming through the game then. I mean, it should be. It's like dance music, like that kind of shit. Okay. Is this the makeout room? Let's see. Getting there. Okay, you don't hear any music either. I mean, there's like dance music going uh, because of the DJ. Maybe I turned the music. No, because you should be able to hear uh, everything that I hear should be the exact same way that you hear it through the YouTube. So that's weird. Okay, camera done. Let's get the floor done. Doorway needs to be finished. Okay, I think the photo booth is done. Okay. That's done. Tell you what, she's looking much better, ain't she? Uh-huh. What's up, Dust? Still in orientation? Man, they really don't trust you, do they? Donna, I'm starting to be a little concerned about you as a nurse. Like, should we not listen to what you have to say? Uh, Maybe Beardo is right. Let's see what that. Let's see what that gets. If y'all have never heard Donna cuss, I bet that'll get her to cuss. Oh, that is funny. You know what? I needed that. Thank you, Donna. You can still send them though. 12-week oriented. Damn, that just seems so long. Is part of it also just to like make sure that you're competent? And Donna comes in with one gifted membership, and it goes to Jason. Thank you, Donna. In all seriousness, I do hope everything's going well and it's working out. It's a big move, so I'm sure there's concerns across the board that is this the right place? So I really hope it is. It is. It could be one or it could be 100, Donna. They're all appreciated. She doesn't like me like she likes Jay, though. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I'm just thinking like if I and obviously they're different career paths, but if I went and joined a firm in another state that the only stuff they'd spend probably about 2-3 weeks making sure, maybe depending on the firm, maybe not even 2 weeks, making sure that I wasn't vastly incompetent, and then it'd be like, okay, go do your work. Oh, Sean, you gotta understand, man. It's a perk of being born in this state, not being called a Yankee. Wear it with pride, though. You know, be proud to be where you're from. That's the best way to fight back against it. Hey, I love when the cling goes off. The ceiling is going to be really annoying on this. Damn right, Johnny Reb. Oh, that's funny. Jay needs everybody. Will say I was really happy to see when he went live on Christmas, or not Christmas, on Halloween, just how many people were still in the chat. Like I know, just from my own experience, that when you take a while off, and then there's always that concern that people will either not show up because it's not that time that you're normally live, or they'll to quote unquote move on. And so I was really happy to see so many people in there saying hello, wishing him well and all that. It's truly a really great community. So many people have participated in cultivating. Jackson. Were you calling him Jack as if you had forgotten his name was Jay, or were you just calling him Jack? Because honestly, if you were doing it like you forgot his name was Jay, that's honestly even funnier. Okay. One done. Two done. Three done. Four done. So those are done. Now we just need to get the... Ah. Yeah, Donna, that I can imagine. I can imagine how that would be a little creep. How that would creep him out a little bit, or really anyone. That would creep me out too. Okay. Oh well, that's even better, Donna. That you moved up and you got family there as well. I feel like you told me that, but man, I'm so bad at remembering what anyone in here tells me. Like it took, like I feel like uh, there's so much information that I find out, and I just forget like all of it. Ooh, okay, let's move this here and let's put this right here. I think she meant to type I, not AI. Okay, there's some. There we go. What's up, Jerry? Oh, no, let's lower this. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. Um. Fuck the Dodgers. Big old piece of bullshit right there. Teams like that ruin sports. Look at the NBA. The NBA is a great example of that. You get a team that spends $200 million, $300 million on their roster, and suddenly every other team does that, and now you don't have teams that have a superstar anymore. You know, we used to have a team that would have, you know, 1 or 2 superstars, and now we have dream teams, which are bullshit because they remove the access that kids have and men have to stars. How do you know that Mike Trout is one of the best baseball players of all time? Because of what he's able to do on that shit team. That's how you know. Yeah, I'm not a fan of superstar teams. I think they ruin the sport, especially in baseball. Oh my gosh. This is the only thing I hate about having to clean a roof in this game. Sean, that's a good point too. Like the fact that WGN Network doesn't exist anymore is a travesty. And as awesome as it is as awesome as it is that the oh my god, what's his name? What family owns the Cubs now? I think it starts with an R. Uh, Alan, who owns the Cubs? You know, he looks like Ted Cruz. Yeah, WGN's gone. It no longer exists. Wrigley exists. No, Wrigley is not the name. Wrigley is the. I think they were the original name sponsor, but no, they don't own the. It's let's see. Theo Epstein was the manager. Damn, I don't remember his name. Well, one of the travesties he's done the last couple years is selling the television rights, or not selling, but making the rights so expensive that WGN had to stop existing, because that was the main reason that people watched WGN, but they couldn't afford to pay for the streaming rights anymore. Disco Ball is not done. Okay. I just think this is going to make it easier. Yeah, Jerry. So that's a little different because they've had an identity issue for a while. MTV. They haven't really known what they are for a very long time, and part of that is because I think I placed that on greed. They weren't happy just doing music. They wanted to do entertainment as well. And so they that's why in the 90s they got into things like Pimp My Ride and all that stuff. I think that was the 90s. Yeah, because they used like I think Pit My Ride, the guy whose job it was, wasn't he like a rapper or something? So it was like sort of. Oh, it was sort of like MTV adjacent. Okay, now let's bring that over here. This wouldn't be as big a problem if this ceiling didn't go all the way up like it does, but the height of it makes it much more difficult. Tell you what, it wasn't this easy to do the outside one. I think that's probably because I tried to do the soap. I think the soap has a smaller range. We're halfway done with this. Propagandized manual labor. No, this is not. This is not a communist game. There's no propaganda in this game. No, the point is just have fun cleaning and. But that is God. That's funny. One second, guys. Okay. Snowplow simulator, pressure wash simulator, make the real thing. Well, I think that one of the things they've realized, and one of the things that is true about hard work, is there is a huge sense of accomplishment when you finish it. Like I always hated mowing the lawn, but when I was done, I was always really happy with how I had done for the most part. I'm sure there were a couple times that I hated the way it turned out or something like that. But I think one of the things that they figured out is there's a level of like dopamine that when you've done a good job gets released, and I think they found kind of an easy way of giving you that dopamine feel, without actually having to do the work, and um, being able to uh, make money off of it, capitalize off of it. Now, some of them I think are just because there's an interest. Like, I think the farming simulator one isn't necessarily the same thing. I think part of that is because I think there's a genuine interest in farming, and especially now, And I think that's what they're really trying to capitalize off of that. But things like this is absolutely. Yeah, but I don't think propaganda is the right word, bud. Like I think the better propaganda would be stuff like set your own hours, 180K within like 3 years. Trade schools really don't do a very good job of convincing people, do they? Yeah, Sean. Like I feel like one of the things that the armed forces should be screaming from the rooftops is VA loan. Like if they explain the VA loan better, I think you'd see a buttload of people between the ages of 17 and 21 running to the armed forces so that in 3 years they could get that VA loan. Because actually, I don't even think you have to. I have to look this up. Maybe someone in my chat knows. But do you have to complete your full first contract to qualify for the VA loan, or do you just have to basically get out of basic and AIT? Okay. PSYOP. There. Okay, we'll go with that. It's a PSYOP from people who are afraid of germs, so that people will start power washing shit. Nah, you can be you don't have to be out to get a VA loan. I know that. Where's my I guess I could just ask. I got my realtor is a friend of mine. I should just next time I see him, I'll see him in a couple weeks. I should just ask him. The Panthers are my NFL team, Jerry. The Carolina Panthers, who are 5-4 right now. Actually, they 5-4. I think they might be 5-3 because they just beat Green Bay today, which honestly kind of pissed me off because I needed Jordan Love to have a good game, and he decided not to. Which is annoying because you're playing literally one of the worst teams in the NFL, and you can't just slaughter them. 5-4. Thank you. See that? Sean's a better fan than I am. Sean, I was giving you some credit, man. Take it and run. Grab that share, stick it here. Okay, that's done. Now we're going to do these roofs. Now that's going to be a little difficult because they're darker. So it's not going to be as easy to see the dirt on them. %. Who fronted the cash? Wow, what are you talking about? Haha. I see, Sean. I don't know if I would call it valor. Actually, maybe it's absolutely valor because it takes a brave man to be a Panthers fan right now. Oh, we're getting super close to being done. They did start out 0-3. Yes, they did. And I figured out it's just going to be another shit year. And now, hey, it's November and they're 5-4. I think number 2 in the division. I mean, that's pretty damn good. Okay, we want to move that over here. That's done. You just pointing to this floor? Yeah, I know the floor's not done. Okay. Yeah, maybe I should have been using the soap the whole time because it really does just go so much quicker. Okay, I saw that there's still some dirt here. Okay. Let's see. So anyone got anything fun they're doing this week? Anyone going on vacation? There's that. Well then, Sean, I wasn't talking to you then. Okay, so everything up top is done. We're gonna move everything off. Okay. Or are you just testing me to see if I remember where you're going? What's up, Breezy? How you doing, man? Now, I do remember you going there, Sean. But remind me why you're going there. Are you going on? Are you coming down here on vacation? That I don't remember. Ah, work. Okay. Um, Sean, remind me what you do. Okay. I think it was someone else then. There's there was someone else. I forget who it was, which is why I asked. Um, that has a similar career as I do. Um, and I don't know. For a second, I thought Jay said it was you, but I think this is the problem with um, learning things while you're playing stupid video games or while you're working. and hearing it in a chat and something like that, that you never really remember where you learned it from or what you learned in general. And of course, that makes people feel like you're not actually paying attention. Doesn't it, guys? Like, okay, yeah, so then it was not you, Sean, which again makes it sound like I don't pay attention. Yay. Alright, well, whatever you're down here, I hope you have a blast, and I hope we treat you well. Just don't insult us. If you're polite, we'll be polite back. I mean, that's really just the rule. I mean, it's kind of, you should read Robert E. Lee's definition of a gentleman. Is a really well defined essay that Royal really boils down to: do not be an asshole towards your fellow man. I used to have a tie that had that on it. The actual definition of a gentleman, not do not be an asshole. That would not be a tie you could wear on many occasions. Yeah, yeah. Do not reference Dale Carnegie. We don't like Dale Carnegie down here. Looking for. Okay, I do not see it. Okay. Man, this looks so like an 80s or 90s disco. I mean, I know my normal Civil War history, but I wouldn't say that I'm a Civil War buff. I'm a bigger fan of the um, shit. What's it called? Um, the Great Triumvirate era. 1812. That's done. There's that. Okay, now what's still dirty on this? Something in the back, probably. Yep. Mounted speaker. Hang on. The trim. Trim's done. Something back here. There's this. Same thing. Okay. Now we got that. We got the disco ball. I might be able to hit the disco ball from here. Yep. Disco ball's done. This shop's gonna give me $3,000. Wouldn't it be awesome if you could like cash in all the money you've ever earned in a video game for like if I could cash in all the money of all the spending stuff that I've ever earned in every video game across my life, I could, and you know, if it was like a penny for every million or something like that, I could still probably be a billionaire. Like, that'd be awesome if you could do that somehow. I think that's something on the other side over here. Okay. Oh, shit. else we got? Counter outer this thing. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. Well, let's try this one. Nah, I changed my mind. Almost done. We got a tractor to do after this. That should be a little bit easier. Actually, I'll tell you, I like these one the most because they're like I like the big flat ones more than the ones that have all the twists and turns and curves and all that because they're easier to do. And it's 9 o'clock. Okay. There's still something over here. Oh. I don't know if I'm going to be able to read. Nope. Let's grab the other ladder. Okay, food court ceiling trim. That's this. Oh damn. Okay, that's done. 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 Counter cupboard door. And ceiling trim. Okay, outside maybe? Yep. Last bit. There we go. Ah. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Yeah, we're gonna do this and then we're gonna go to bed so that I can wake up early and make a bomb ass video for King's Court. I think y'all will really enjoy tomorrow's video. Hey, is Prop 50 on? It is. It's on the ballot. This? Yep, shit. That's. Man. I'm going to talk to Jay. We need to run another election stream. It's not going to be as, like, big, but there's a couple of things we need to watch. Yeah. Tuesday. Let's see. There's that temple that I did on the first one. Are they gonna make me clean it again? Okay. So the only thing I hate about doing these sort of ones is you end up in your stomach a lot for them. All right, 90%. Okay, let's start. That's what I thought. Let's use that to get the dirt up. Ah. It's all back here is the rest of the mess. But that, can I lift this? Nope. Oh. Completely forgot about this crap up here. %. 90, it's still 98. Okay. That's got the the tail lights to do. Okay. That tail light's done. That tail light's done. Okay, where's that little stool? Grab handle. I think it's going to be this. Move that over there. Yep, last thing. There we go. Okay, guys, that's gonna be it. I'm gonna shoot. He's still awake. I'm gonna shoot Jay a message and see if he wants to run back the election day thing on. Ooh, we're going inside the temple. Okay, that's cool. Oh, here it goes. Yeah, 'cause I think that'd be fun because there's several. While you know Trump is not necessarily on the ballot until next election day with the midterms, there are a lot of like how would you describe it? There's a lot of tests for Trump on the ballot this upcoming election day, so I think that'd be cool to see. Guys, y'all have a great night, and I'll see y'all next time.